Hello, everyone. Good morning and happy Tuesday. My name is Elena Riley, and thank you very much for joining me here at the Alert Center, where we go over our top headlines every weekday. So now let's head into our top one. That is from Rusty Lord. Of course, we have his forecast. Alrighty, well today will bring widespread rain, followed by what looks to be an increased potential for damaging wind here in the Omaha metro. And a First Alert 6 weather day has been called for today, as rain will be steady the majority of the day, and that will cause temperatures to fall. So of course, Rusty says an early high of 52 is what most of us in the metro will see. Rain persists all day and into the night, eventually resulting in some 1-inch rain totals near and east of the river. Well, Rusty says wind gusts are likely to spike to near 40 miles per hour at times later today, this afternoon, to be exact. Well, he believes they will likely pick up after sunset and surge to near 60 miles per hour at times in the night. Of course, you'd like to hear more from him. He'll be on later, as well as on our website and our newscast. You can hear from Rusty himself on those. Okay. Now to our next headline. The use of the work ethic camp as a facility to house ICE detainees can proceed, as can the lawsuit fighting it. That's according to a ruling in Red Willow District Court. Judge Patrick M. Hang denied the state's motion to dismiss the lawsuit yesterday, as well as the injunction sought by former state Senator Diana Shemek and 13 other McCook residents to stop the project from proceeding. Well, the case will proceed through the courts like any other, and the detention facility to house U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement detainees can proceed as planned. That's for now. Well, any day now, immigration detainees are expected to arrive at the facility. That's though the judge did not fully dismiss the case. First Alert 6 notes that 13 locals who signed off on the lawsuit could still win the argument in trial. And Homeland Security is set to pay Nebraska $2.5 million monthly under a 2-year contract. And Governor Jim Pillen says after expenses, the deal could generate $14 million annually for our state. Well, the first meeting of the Omaha Tribe of Nebraska's Cannabis Commission was held yesterday to swear in members and appoint officers. Head to more video here. Righty, our Brenna Kiefner was there on the scene yesterday. Well, the Trust Commission will have 5 members with the Attorney General. Oh, here we are. The Attorney General as a non-voting member. And a big item on the agenda was the approval of a vertical license. That is a one-stop permit to allow businesses to grow, process, and sell these products. Well, in September, an official said they expect to be ready to sell medical cannabis around the second quarter of next year. The group is working to bring economic relief to the tribe, as well as help promote medicine. And as for the state level, the Nebraska Medical Cannabis Commission's next meeting is set for next Monday. First Alert 6 is told they could finalize their regulations at that meeting. My next headline is that the suspect in a deadly shooting at Levi Carter Park earlier this month will appear in court today. Police said on Monday that 18-year-old Trenell Woodruff was arrested on charge of first-degree murder and use of a gun to commit a felony. Well, the suspect was booked on Saturday at Douglas County Corrections. That's following the murder of 27-year-old Desiree Murrell. Murrell. And Murrell was shot on October 5th and that she died in the hospital the next day. Police say Murrell was found at a liquor store at 30th and Pinckney Streets. That's miles away from where they believe the actual shooting took place. That's there in Levi Carter Park. And next, the new surveillance footage has been released of a missing California authorities believe may have traveled through Nebraska. CNN shows 9-year-old Melody Buzzard at a rental car agency with to be a wig and a hooded sweatshirt. Investigators say the footage is for 7th, which is also the last time they believe she was seen with her mother. The FBI believes Ashley drove Melody through Nebraska in a rental before stopping in Kansas. That's what CNN reports. And authorities say she has been uncooperative with investigators in the search for the missing child. Well, today marks the investigation into Melody's whereabouts reaching 2 weeks, and authorities believe Ashley returned home from the road trip without her daughter. Next headline, Mayor John Ewing Jr. brought every city department head to the last of his town hall series. That was yesterday. And Ewing gave residents direct access to the people who run their city, with officials present from fire, police, public works, city planning, homeless coordination, and the city council. Well, Ewing answered questions about the streetcar project, the city's new homelessness plan, police staffing, and affordable housing yesterday. And with the series, Ewing says he learned he can't answer tech questions from every department. But for the final one yesterday, the experts were there to provide the details. And residents say that felt like they got real answers. And the mayor said he plans to use the format in future town halls. Wow. Very glad that was successful. Right, we'll head here to our website where I have all of these lines. Here at First Alert 6, of course, you can find more stories here on this web story as well as on our website. This 6 things you need to, of course, today is Tuesday, October 28th. I bring this to you at about 7 a.m. every morning, as well as this live stream at about 8 a.m. to talk them over. Thank you very much for joining me this morning, starting your morning with me, and have a good rest of your day.